Hey video friend, this is going to sound really weird because there's actually a recording of me doing this later on that I'm going to have to. Anyway, let's talk about fall scarves. In this case, I am going to be sharing with you the edit of my fall scarves in like super speeded up motion and what ones I chose and what I didn't chose to go with my fall style inspiration. And at the end, stay tuned for the end of the video because I'm going to share with you kind of my 3 favorite super relaxed ways to tie a silky scarf because just because it's a silky scarf or a silk scarf doesn't mean it has to be fancy or precious in the way it is tied. It can still have a relaxed vibe. And I know that's one of the things that a lot of women struggle with. They're like, oh, but it's a silk scarf. Like if it's a knitted scarf, they just toss it on, right? Or if it's just toss it on. But even a silk scarf, just toss it on. So we'll talk about my 3 favorite kind of ways to tie that and ways I see myself wearing that this coming season. So yeah, so let's get going on the edit. Hey video friends, I am getting ready to, as I mentioned in last week's video, pull out scarves for the coming season because fall and scarves, and I love my scarves. And I'm really excited because summer is usually too sticky to wear them very much. There are certain scarves I will wear in the summer, but I am looking forward to all the fall vibes, all the hashtag all the fall feels, as they say. No pumpkin spice latte needed. But oh, what's going on with my ears? I have a feeling something's going on. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that's all good. So this is my fall wardrobe inspiration. My neutrals are blue / denim / navy, right? Gray, and then brown. My colors, and then there's some white in there because my coloring is light. And then my colors are pink / wine and green, right? My accent colors. And so as I'm looking through my scarves, I want to be thinking about the colors that they are, right? What they're going to go with. But I also want to be thinking about kind of that thematic discussion that I had in last week's video where I was talking about, you know, I don't necessarily want something that feels very springy and flowery, but maybe something that feels more fall-y. My ears are popping. I don't know what is going on with that. I don't know if it's the earbuds or my ears. Something about the pressure in my ears. Whatever. It's always something. So these are my out-of-season scarves. Actually, I put all my scarves in here. The ones that are in season will end up in here in my drawer, in the top of my dresser, so that they're easy to access and easy to grab. Let me throw that over there for now. So, so what am I thinking? I'm thinking blues, I'm thinking greens, I'm thinking browns, which aren't really very good for me, right? I'm thinking grays, I'm thinking pinks and wines. So let's see what we've got in here. Okay, first scarf, I know for sure. It's this one, and it's interesting. I'm not sure if these dots in here and this pattern is black or navy, but yeah, very excited. I'm gonna break this one out. That's pretty much spot on. No pun intended, spots. See, that's spot on. So yeah, so I'll definitely want to wear that. It's a nice big green, so I'll put that in there. And that's how I shared this in a video a long time ago, but that's just how I store my scarves. I just kind of fold them up and they tuck in there, and that way I can find them. It's a little Marie Kondo with the vertical thing, but that's okay. So this has some of my colors. It's got the pinks and everything else, but it's got a lot of that turquoise, and it's got a very summery feel. So definitely gonna skip that one. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this here on the floor next to me so I can just put the discards down there. Okay, that's got some of the, it's got turquoise in it as well, but it's got some yellows, which feel a little folly, those kind of mushrooms. It's got some pinks and wines. It does have a black background. It's floral, but it's also got these kind of weedy things on. That's under advisement. I'll throw that in there for now. I've got room, I've got room. So blue and polka dot. It's a possibility. Possibility for sure. This one, black, is this is a vintage scarf, silver fawn. I got it on eBay years ago with this kind of lady shopping theme. I'm not feeling it. My chambray bandana, not feeling it. I have a lot of bandanas in here. And now I'm not feeling bandanas for fall, so I will pretty much pull all the bandanas and just grab a couple more. There we go. Put those over there. Alrighty. That theme for my kind of the vibe I'm feeling is Playful Traveler. So the question is, how am I going to kind of get that feeling. I wear scarves and I travel. When I travel, even though I'm not traveling right now, I do travel with scarves. We're just gonna have to hold on because I need to fix the ears. There's just something going on with the ears. Just a second. I think that's better. I think I just put the earbuds in the wrong ears because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm just not firing on all cylinders. So hopefully that's better. So Playful Traveler, Playful Traveler. And when I travel, I always pack scarves. I will always pack a pashmina, something to have to kind of throw over the shoulders if the weather's a little chilly. I will always pack a neckerchief. I will always pack a bandana. Even if I don't have a bandana in my wardrobe, I always pack a bandana. I tie it on the handle of my bag because nothing is more multi-purpose than a bandana. It's kind of the original style multi-tool. So I want some scarves in varying shapes and sizes. Some small little neckerchiefy ones, some bigger ones. So for example, this one's more neckerchiefy size. This one is larger. So there we go, that's a larger square. If you want to know more about sizes of scarves, particularly square scarves, I will link an ancient video about that below, really old video that I made about different scarves and the bias fold, and kind of how that comes in handy. And I'll link that down below for you. Oh, okay. So I have two Paris scarves. This one, the pinks, kind of the polyester and pink. And then this one is more in these kind of rosy browns. Yeah, found this on eBay as well. Really love these souvenir scarves. They're kind of a thing I like. I like the idea of collecting souvenir scarves from some of the places we lived. I think I'm going to put the rosy brown in. Now I know pink is one of my colors in my wardrobe, but this is feeling too sugar candy pink. I don't know if that makes any sense to you at all, but it is. So I'm going to set it over here. Yes, it's got all the colors, but it just doesn't feel right. It feels too stringy. Maybe, baby. I'll put it with the maybe. And the other funny thing is these polka dots may all end up kind of in the maybe pile unless they're very clearly. I have a lot of stars in here, so it's going to take a long time, but way too, yeah, no, don't need that, just huge and no, very florally. A lot of these super florally prints, I'm not feeling. Now this one's perfect in the color play, but the butterflies just don't feel it for me. Don't need the bright red pashmina, don't need the bright pink pashmina. Wrong kind of coloring. This is very Christmassy, wrong color play completely, as is that. Black and white, nope, see, I just read a whole bunch, another bandana. Okay, gray pashmina is a possibility. Oh, and now I have a bunch of scarves that are all in the turquoise family. I'll leave those, save those for something swingier. Bright pink, no, I'm not feeling bright pink. Light blue, not feeling that either. No. Nope. Christmas theme, save for later. That was going faster than I thought. Oh, another Christmas themed scarf at the bottom of the box. Now this one, big scarf, but very much in the purples now. I can say those are whiny purples, but black and cobalt, there's a lot of cobalt in this one. Cobalt and purple, no, let that go. Turquoise polka dot, let it go. Ah, my navy and kind of pale pink skull scarf for sure, because we will be coming up on that season here. Now, green polka dot. This Hunter British Racing Green isn't feeling right. I'm feeling more slightly mossy, so I'm gonna leave that one out. I have two red polka dot scarves, one bright red, no. This one, slightly whinier, a little whinier, yes. So let me put that in the collection too. I'm gonna have that one. Again, lovely green. It's got some beautiful fall colors in it, but no, not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. Let's pull out a couple more. You can just sort of see, no to the color play. Doesn't mean it won't work perfectly for another season, it's not right for now. Okay, purple and white polka dots in the blue and blush and gray. Possibility? Possibility. Yeah, it actually feels more fall-y than this one, so let's do that. Put that over here. Okay, and the pink and black. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, gray and brown. Great. Even has the has a little bit of gold in it. Floral theme. This is a gift from my friend Haley. She found it at an op shop and sent it to me. I love it, Liberty. It really doesn't. I mean, it's got the colors, but it just doesn't play in with the blues and the greens and the kind of wines. But is that okay? Could be. Could be. So let's see. I think I'll throw it in there. Kind of just in case. A lovely gift scarf from my friend Laura. Yep. Nope. Don't need that. Now this one, kind of a muted pink, some navies and some winey reds. So yes, I think so. I think that'd be good. Color. Kind of cobalty blue and pink. It's funny. I plan a castle wardrobe around this one here. One spring. I think that was my wardrobe inspiration. A taupey polka dot scarf. I think I will try throwing this in here. I usually don't wear that near my face. Usually the flat on the bag, but yes. Now this one is that kind of more mossy olive green, and it has the lines in it. But there's so much turquoise. So I'm gonna skip that as well. Here we go. Blush. It's got black bordering, but it has this lovely brown of the girl on it. So yes, I think it's gonna be this one too. And not too springy a vibe. Oh, my stars are falling. That's now too full. Okay. And now this one. Now, so this one is a big floral scarf. Let me put this down on the floor. It is a big floral, kind of a pop art floral, right? But that's when I'm looking at the whole thing, right? I see the whole pop art floral. But when it's folded, because the pattern is so large, all I really get, I don't get the floral vibe at all. All I get is all the colors. And this is feeling kind of spot on for my fall colors. We've got the grays, I've got some browns, I've got some winey reds, I've got some pink. So yes, I'm just gonna roll that one up for now because I'm gonna have to refold these all before I put them in the drawer. So now I'm down to two. down to the last two. The pashmina, the gray. I'm not feeling the gray pashmina. I have a green pashmina. Excuse me, pick those off the floor. I have a green pashmina, and I think that'll probably be my pashmina of choice. And now I have two polka dot scarves here, one kind of a cottony, one silk. I'm just not, for some reason, I'm not feeling the blue and white polka dot, which is very odd for me. Oh, maybe, baby. I am feeling the pink and black for here or there. I don't know. What do you think? Yay, nay, yay, nay. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Should I add the blue and white polka dot? Should I leave it in? Should I put it in there? Should I put it in the save for next season? And dig out. Here, meanwhile, let me try and fold this one up a little bit. So yeah, so that means I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 baker's dozen of scarves, not including the pashmina that I need to pull. So is that a lot of scarves? Yes. Is that way more scarves than your average bear would probably wear? Oh, most certainly. But is it more than I am likely to wear? No, especially if we have some more cool mornings. I can definitely see throwing some scarves on. Great way to brighten up and add some color to just plain white shirts or plain denim shirts. So yeah, I think that's going to get me going for fall. So yeah. Are you a scarf lover or a scarf loather? Do you like your scarves? Do you not like scarves? Do you have a preference for your scarf shape and size? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, I think, yeah, I'm seeing some coherence here. Excuse me, I know that's a little rough. But yeah, I'm seeing a connection between the board and that. And it's mostly because of the chosen palette. So yeah, so let me know what you're thinking in the comments below for the coming season, whether that's fall for my Northern Hemisphere friends or spring for my Southern Hemisphere friends. Do let me know in the comments below. And stay safe and sound, sane and stylish, and I will see you again next week. Hey video friends, I'm back. Interrupting the previous video to share with you a couple of scarf ties, because I know with all the editing, a lot of people mention to me that they struggle with like silky scarves, like they're fine with a pashmina, they're fine with a warm weather scarf, right? But they struggle with a dressy scarf, like a silky scarf, because they feel like however they tie it, it just feels too work-like or too polished, right? And I get it. I mean, there's some amazing scarf tying videos out there, and a lot of them, like, if you want to dive down a deep, amazing hole, Google Japanese stewardess scarf tie. Wow, just magic. It's like magic. It's like or scarf origami on people's necks. It's just absolutely glorious. But I know a lot of people struggle because it feels a lot of those scarf ties just feel too much. They feel too fancy. They feel too something, right? So let's talk about some easy scarf ties. I'm going to talk about 3 that are just really the simplest and easiest. And number 1 is the one that I wear a lot, right? And that's just, so this is on a bias fold. If you don't know what the bias fold is, I will link the video below. But bias folding is a great way to fold your scarf because then it doesn't unroll. A lot of people just roll it, but then if you do the bias fold, you don't end up with the issues that unrolling creates. And so I just start in the front, come around, and then literally just tie a square knot and then decide where I want it. Just, do I want it on the left? Do I want it on the right? Do I want to be a little sassy? And do I want to just throw it in the back? Like, it gives you a little bit of that color near your face, which is great for a day when you're just wearing, for example, jeans and a white shirt, right? So yes, and you can do this, and the size for this is going to be about what works for your neck and how much tail you want hanging. So if I want this just to have pretty much no tail at all here, just like no tail, then I'm going to use a bandana or a 21-inch square, 21, 22-inch square. This one's a little bit bigger. I think this one's about a 26-inch square. And if you don't like the tails, like if the tails annoy you, you can always kind of tuck them up and inside if you just want that kind of more choker effect. But yeah, this is just super easy, super casual, and it doesn't look overdone. It doesn't look like you've gotten into some sort of fancy scarf tie, right? So yeah, if you want fancy scarf ties, I have a whole bunch of those. I did a challenge one fall where I tried to do 50 different scarf ties in 50 days. It was from a book, and I did that, and I'll link that down below because there's photos of all those different scarf ties and the book that I got it from if you're interested in that. So there you go, that's one. And yeah, let me just double check the size of this. Yep, I'd say this is like a 25 or 26-inch scarf. Okay, let's see. Yep, there we go. Picking up the next one just because I want to try something different color-wise here. This is one I learned relatively recently in the past year, 2 years, maybe past year or two, and I really love it. So this one's super simple. Start with a triangle, so no bias fold needed if that's feeling tricky, right? So you're gonna create a triangle. This is also, let's check the size. Yeah, probably a 25 or 26-inch. So make sure the pattern is on the outside. And something to pay attention to when you're doing a scarf, like, do you want this color play? Or do you want this color play, right? Depending on how you fold your scarf, you can get very different. You can have a scarf that looks like two completely different scarves. So I'm gonna go for this color play on this side. And yes, gigantic floral. Oh, I shared this one I don't know where it is in the video, but anyway. So just kind of loop around on one side. And this is where it gets a little weird feeling. Take the long end, double it back and around. And then once again, a little square knot, ba-dum-bump. And then you just sort of, there you go. And it's kind of has that messy, relaxed kind of a look with a little bit more of the pattern. And again, you can put it wherever you want. So if you want to use that to fill in like a shirt collar, that works, or to fill in a jacket, it works great. But it's just got a little bit more relaxed look than a lot of them. There you go. So there you go. All right, what about those chilly mornings where you need a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a little bit of warmth because the morning is still a little chilly. Grab another scarf here. This one's a little bit bigger. Yeah, this one's a little bit larger, but also folded in a triangle. Okay, so go for the triangle. This one looks pretty much the same, although if I fold it this way, it's gonna look very different. I have that way was horses and horses, this way is carriage and tree. And you know what, I'm gonna go for the tree, the kind of leafy tree losing its leaves. That feels right. There we go. And then this one, I think somebody calls it the bandit. I've also seen it called the Parisian, right? So just bring it around. And you can just let this drape. If you want, you can just let it drape, but you get a little bit of that coverage there, but then just, once again, loose square knot and just kind of muss it up, right? It's a little bit of that, just kind of muss it up. And yeah, so there we go. And you can, like if you're wearing a shirt, you can do the whole tuck thing and get a different effect, or just over a sweater, a shirt, great inside a jacket. See, we're not worried about keeping the tie over the point. We're just letting it all just kind of go where it goes. Super easy and super relaxed. So that's 3 of my kind of scarfy faves. So one, just the neckerchief style. This one, the bandit, and I don't know what to call the middle one. So I don't know. Maybe we'll call it the loop. the loop, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to call that one. If you have any ideas on what to call that, or if you've seen that type before and you've seen a name on it, let me know in the comments below. And we will get back to the rest of the edit. Thanks. Bye.